We are back.
We're back. Back in that thing.
Back in that thing, y'all. It's Cece.
And Tristan.
And you are now sitting with the Suttons. It's been a while since we've done that.
It's been quite a while.
We might have should have rehearsed that. We'll work on that for next time, y'all.
Next time we got you.
It has been a hot minute, but we are so glad to be back.
Indubiously.
Wish it were under different circumstances.
Yeah.
Not a whole pandemic in this piece.
Not the whole pandemic, though.
But it is so good to be back. We want to thank y'all for inviting us into your living rooms, your home during this time.
Yep. Wherever you may be.
Wherever you may be. There's going to be some good dialogue. We just kind of getting ready behind the scenes, so you may see T look down at his phone here a little bit. But I just want to talk to you and tell you how much I missed you. You ain't miss them like I missed them.
I think I did.
You don't miss them like I missed them. I know I miss them with all my heart, so I'm glad to be back, and I know you're glad to be back too, T. But y'all just come on in, grab your libations. Hopefully the kids are in a good place where they won't mess with you for just a few minutes. We ain't gonna be here all night with you.
Yeah.
But
don't take all that.
It don't take all that. We just gonna say a good word, give you the benediction.
Yeah.
And we're going to roll on out.
Speaking of the good word, let's go ahead and get into it.
Let's go.
Let's go.
So, y'all, tonight we are going to be talking about the state of the couples union. And we want to know, are we okay?
I think we are. No?
You and I might be okay. But we want to hear from the people if they are okay. If you are just joining us here over in the chat log, we want to hear from you. Are you okay? Yes. Are you okay? We're checking on our strong friends. That's all we're doing is checking on our strong friends, because the truth of the matter is that this pandemic has flipped a lot of things upside down for a lot of us. And we're really just trying to learn how to work through this. And so tonight we're going to just share some real simple 4 quick steps on how to get through this thing. I just want to jump straight into it if you want.
Let's go to it. Let's see what Dr. Fauci will say about relationships.
Oh,
you know what he says about the Rona.
I wonder how Dr. Fauci is doing right now. But point one, y'all. Here we are. We already know small fights are more common right now. Small fights. In fact, Mayor Turner said, what about March or April, that domestic violence has gone up by like 73%.
Way up there. Keep your hands to yourself.
Keep your hands to yourself, and let's learn how to have these small fights. They're more common. Yeah. That all boils down to communication.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So we've had to do some things around here. Talk to them about it, too.
Oh, man.
You like I put that on you?
Yeah. If communication wasn't a challenge before, it is definitely a challenge during the pandemic. Being that we're occupying the same space for the most part 24/7. Yeah. So some of the things I found I had to do with my wife is let her know, hey, I'm not okay today. I'm on edge. Little things might set me off. So as we go throughout our day, if you see me responding a certain way, I just need you to be aware. And how did that help you out?
I can appreciate as a wife him preparing me for that, because what typically happens was, when our husbands get upset or something like that, we tend to take it personally. Of course, it goes all to the heart. Yes. And, it ends up turning into an argument. So now that I know that he's kind of on edge already, his day might be a little, I can give him a lot of grace.
Yes, and we appreciate that.
A lot of grace. And that's a big thing right now. Being upfront about where you are right now. If you wake up in the morning, it's not going too well, let your spouse know that.
Yeah.
Let your spouse know that, because what often happens is we don't.
Yeah, absolutely. And so it was one specific day, I was like, you know what, CC, like, just watching the news, hearing what's going on with family and friends, other entrepreneurs. I'm not okay today. So just be careful. I could respond in a way I normally don't, which I don't think would have a positive impact on our relationship. Right. So I was able to give her a full warning of that.
Absolutely. So the name of the game is be upfront. And for the spouse that's being upfront, the other spouse needs to extend grace. The other thing that you say, I like when you say, just read the room.
Read the room. If I am quiet, I'm not talking, I don't have the TV on, that probably means that I don't want the TV on, come in with a bunch of questions and et cetera, et cetera. Maybe I just need to be in that silent space at the moment. So I need to make sure that I communicate with you, so we're on the same page.
Right. I'm glad you brought up the whole TV thing, because I've been messing with you about this. Yes. I need to know in the chat box, who is like this one right here, who initially, before the pandemic, would love Netflix, all the movies. He was just constantly watching shows. Y'all, since the pandemic, this man don't even want the TV on. Is there anybody else out there like that?
Let us know if that's you, because what happened was it's just so much information to process. Yeah. It's local news, national news, politics, health, and what the WHO say, what did the CDC say, what is your woke co-tip friends that watched a couple of YouTube videos saying? You know, so it's a lot going on.
The woke hotel friends.
The fake hotel friends.
Ooh, check on your hotel friends, y'all.
Check on them. They have not been all right.
They have not been all right because things are real now. Things are very real. But so read the room, be upfront, prepare for the argument.
Yes, prepare.
It sounds crazy. You're like, why would I prepare to argue? I don't want to argue, but you already know you're going to argue.
Yes, you are.
How do we prepare for it?
So we have a phrase that our pastor who married us, Pastor Timmy Sloan, the Luke and Humble.
Shout
out. During our premarital counseling, one of the things he taught us was, if you know you're going to have to say something to your significant other that's going to cause conflict or frustration, begin with out of love. Mm-hmm. And what out of love is, it's a safe phrase. It's like pineapples. You know what Kevin Hart taught us? Pineapples. Hold on. Stop. So what that is supposed to do is de-escalate and disarm the person that you're getting ready to talk to and let them know. So an example would be, CC, I need to talk to you out of love. Okay. So she has to woosah. Calm down. She can't do the black woman clap back.
I gotta turn off clapback mode.
Mm-hmm. And so what now happens is I can say what I need to say in a respectful manner and a calm tone, and she's supposed to receive that. And it can't be a tit for tat. Well, you don't like the way I wash dishes. I don't like the way you don't take out the trash. Mm-hmm. It's just supposed to be, I hear what you're saying. I understand that bothers you. I will work on that, or I will fix that.
And then we move on. That move on part is so crucial. That's the part a lot of people struggle with initially when they try this out of love method. We've had some people who have tried the other out of love, and they say that moving on part is just, because I want to come back for it.
Because we got 5 things I've been wanting to tell you, but since you got the audacity to come and tell me, maybe I need to say something, but you can't, because we all know we're adults. If you say something, I'm gonna say something, then you're gonna name 5 things, and I'm gonna name 5 things, and then no solution was all. And we're all about solutions.
That's it. So y'all, the name of the game is be upfront.
Yes.
About how you're feeling with your spouse. Please. Talk it out. The other spouse, extend the grace.
Absolutely.
The next part to that, survey the room, fill it out, see what's going on. And the last part to that is start using methods like out of love to help you with the arguments or the disagreements that you know you're going to have. They will help you move by much faster.
And then some of it is, sometimes you have to take an L. Maybe if your significant other had a bad day at work, something happens to their family, but there's something you really need to get off your chest, kind of read the room and say, you know what, this might not be the best time for me to say this because they're already in a negative spot. Right. So maybe I'll just hold on for this till tomorrow.
Right.
So sometimes you do have to take that internal L to get the relational W.
That's good. And I'm gonna tell y'all about an L that I took. He don't know about this L that I took, but let me tell y'all about this little L that I took. Let me sit on the edge of my seat so you can understand. So y'all, real quick, T said something to me that it was kind of in a way that was like short, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and go upstairs because I already know Sister CC. She already gonna have something to say back. I got upstairs, y'all. Now let me tell you something. I know this man. I've been married to him for 13 beautiful years. I knew that if I didn't clap back and if I just walked upstairs silently, he was gonna call and check on me. I literally counted down.
You don't know me.
I literally counted down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that phone rang. I know you. And it's okay. But what I'm trying to get you to understand is give this spouse a chance to self-correct sometimes. Yes. And when he calls me, guess what? I ain't give him no flack. I say, what's up? What you want to eat?
Amen.
You know, it's like we're in a different situation right now. We got to learn how to coexist and sometimes have these communication, you know.
Absolutely. If you all appreciate Grace, put the little prayer hands in the chat room right now. We appreciate that, Grace.
We appreciate that.
Because it turned out to be a good evening.
It did.
We made marriage great again.
We made marriage great again.
Amen.
Point 2. So it's obvious.
Yeah.
We're handling way more stress. And even if you think you're not handling stress, you are.
Yeah. I mean, I think I'm handling more than you are. I mean, because I got to take care of the dog more. I got to feed her.
I know you didn't, no lie.
I got to put her water.
You
I
sure
gotta
right.
water the dog more.
Peppy, where you at? Get Peppy to come tell the truth. But here's the truth. We're dealing with so much more stress, and it's like, where do I put all this stress at? Like, how do I get this stuff out? Number one, kudos to everybody that I've been seeing who've been saying they've been getting some therapy.
Yes.
At the end of this, we all need to be getting some therapy. Straight up. I think we all have a mild form of PTSD up in this piece. But honestly, this is about being able to say, this is stress.
Yes.
It's okay.
Yes.
Let me leave it right here. Let me address it. How do I, maybe decompress? Take the time to decompress your mind. I think a lot of times we're in go mode that we don't even take the time to decompress. How do you decompress?
So I get away from my wife. Sometimes if I need to decompress, it used to be just watching TV, right? Veg out, watch Netflix and chill, etc. But now it's too much information coming at me where I just need silence sometimes. So sometimes I might go on the patio with an adult beverage, glass of wine, maybe play some light jazz and just turn the world off and just focus on what I need to focus on, my marriage, my family, friends, so on and so forth. So right now, that's how I kind of decompress and step away from the stress. How about you?
Right. So my biggest decompression really comes in the morning with our bike ride.
Absolutely.
In the evening, you could probably find me coloring.
Talk to them about coloring.
Y'all,
talk to these grown adults about coloring.
Listen, there are a lot of, if you love coloring, put hashtag I love coloring, because I need to know. I know there are other people out there who enjoy coloring, but it is very therapeutic. It allows your mind to just kind of
Y'all, I've seen her pull out a coloring book and a box of crayons at somebody else's house. So this is how serious she is. Their kids had a coloring book. She took a page out the kids' coloring book and just started coloring. I was like, you savage.
I put love Auntie Cece and they enjoyed it.
Yes,
but y'all, sometimes let me say this. Everybody decompresses differently, okay?
Yes.
So what brings him enjoyment may not do it for me. Yes. Find what brings you enjoyment. And I'm going to tell you this. Obviously, we don't have children, but for those of us who are married and have children, y'all need to sit down and say, hey, I'm going to need some time. Yeah. You're going to need some time. Let's plan this thing out, okay? Absolutely. You need some time when you get home in the evenings to decompress, and so do I, okay?
Absolutely.
This is not a one-way street. This is not only just women who need this time. Men need it too.
Here's another tip. When your spouse first wakes up, maybe that's not the time to force work on them or, put something that's a stressor on them. Allow them the chance to be grateful they woke up today, because we're not all promised. Allow them to process their thoughts, because, sometimes I hear, man, as soon as I wake up, you got to do this with the kids. You got to go take the trash. You got to do this. Allow that person to enjoy the moment first, then get into their positivity, and then let them face the world versus, hey, wake up. You got to go put the food out, things like that.
That's real. That's real. That's a rude awakening when the first thing you wake up, somebody hovering over you talking about you ain't put out the trash.
Exactly. Exactly.
And speaking of mornings, right now I've really been emphasizing the importance of, as you know, of self-care, but gratitude.
Yes.
Gratitude, starting off every morning with 3 things that you are grateful for. There is something about the power of gratitude that just sets your day on the right track. It gets you focused on the things that really, really matter. And so make yourself do that in the mornings and in the evenings before you go to bed. I promise you, it will really help you calm down your mind. Let's say that. It will really help you stay focused.
Absolutely. Even start your morning with prayer with your spouse, your significant other.
Yes.
Let's try to, kind of one of the first things we try to do before we get our day started. We have our own meditation, time we read our devotional in the Bible. But before we get our day started, I'll stop before she can walk out the bedroom and just start praying over our day, our safety, our health, our friends, our nation, things of that nature. It also helps with your mindset, get you on a positive note. So when life does come throughout you during the day, you're okay, and it doesn't come out and impact your spouse or significant other.
That's good. That's real good.
Yeah.
That's real good. It's all about the mindset, y'all, at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
So we did that one, both managing more stress. Let's make sure we got anything else in there. Oh, the plan and the relaxation time. I just want to make sure that we emphasize that. You got to plan time for relaxation. I know you're just saying, I'll just relax whenever I have time. If you don't plan it, it ain't happening.
You got to make it happen.
You really do.
fit it into your schedule. Even if it's just you sitting in the garage or the driveway for an extra 15 minutes before you go in. Sometimes you need that. And spouse, if you see your other person, your significant other out in the driveway, that's not a sign for you to go out there. They're having a moment where they are getting themselves prepared to enter into that household, cross that threshold. So let them do what they need to do.
Yeah, that's real. That's so real. What else we got?
All right.
Oh, I like this one.
Ooh, we just talked about that.
We just talked about that. It is so important that you understand that time apart is just as important as time together. I know of couples who are like, I'm all the friend you need. Yes. Or why you need a break from me? You trying to say you don't want to be with me no more? That's not what that means. That's not what that means. What it means is that we're both humans.
Absolutely.
And we need time apart in order to be able to appreciate the time together, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, that's exactly why I shipped my wife to her mother in Humble one day, because I needed time apart. So what we need to have implemented in our households are called me-cations.
Yes, sir.
A me-cation is I just need time to myself, whether it's I leave or you leave. Now, let me backtrack real quick. I didn't ship her out because we had an argument, a fight. I came to my wife, and this is where having a good foundation of communication and honesty with a layer of respect over top allows you the opportunity to do these things. I came to my wife and said, look, we've been in this house 24/7, minus the grocery store and riding bikes, for 5 months. I just want some alone time. Like, I want to be able to wake up when I want, eat what I want, watch what I want, even if it's just for a day. So she said, well, you know what? I'm going to go stay with my mom. They'll give me some time away. They'll give you some time. And then you came back in like 24 hours and things were awesome.
Now, what he's not telling y'all is I couldn't even pull up in my mama's driveway good enough before I got my first little text. I miss you.
I mean, fellas,
it was beautiful.
Fellas, you know you got to finesse them, right? You got to make them think they
don't believe that height. Fellas, don't have him get y'all put out your house. Please don't let him have y'all get y'all out your house. He genuinely missed me. And I got a phone call not too long after just saying, you know, I just love you. I just want to let you know that it's important for the people to know.
You don't got to steal on the ground.
I think it's important because here's the deal. When your spouse is away, they do want to know that they're missed. You know, they do want to know that they're loved, that their presence really is appreciated. But I just needed this quick time apart. So it doesn't have to be long, y'all. It can be 24 hours. It can be an hour. Whatever works for your relationship. Just get away.
And when you're having me time, make sure it's abundantly clear to your spouse or significant other, because you may in your mind say, okay, I'm gonna go downstairs to the office and have my me time. But your spouse can come down there and interrupt you and ask you 15 questions. And now you're naturally going to be upset because this is my me time, leave me alone. But you didn't communicate that with them. And so they don't know not to interrupt you. So if you're going up and down all around the house trying to hide and they keep interrupting you, it's because you didn't communicate with them.
That's good. I'm glad you made that point.
Yeah, that's how you follow me one day. So.
Next point. Next point, y'all.
The whole point? Okay. We're going to skip the whole point.
So,
most of us are.
Most of us are. In fact, studies are showing that 39% of couples are actually working from home together. Yes. That raises a whole nother. Let me tell you something. I was already working from home, so let it be understood. This one was not. Okay. So technically, he came into my space.
I came into your space.
You came into
okay.
my space.
Okay, I thought it was ours.
No. Workspace. This is our home.
Texas Community Properties.
This is our home.
That's what you did with my microphone and my camera.
Y'all hear me. If you understand me, say I understand you, CC. This was our home, but my workspace. And we were doing well about that first week of sharing equipment.
Yeah.
What happened?
And you know, also you gotta know we're two only children, so I'm not conditioned to share.
And neither am I.
So I already had a microphone, a webcam, and all this good stuff. And then she starts speaking from home. It's like, I need a webcam. I need a microphone today. It's like, first of all, it's mine. I will let you borrow it.
Sure, right.
But you know what? What two only children do? We went and bought a whole other microphone and a whole other webcam, so we would not have to worry about that conflict.
And we started scheduling the time that we needed. Whoa. I think you got it.
Yeah.
We just saw something up on the side, y'all. But anyway, we started scheduling the time that we needed to be in the pretty space. See, there's this
Yeah.
pretty space in our home that we tape everything from.
I call it Suttons Studios.
Of course, it has to have his name. But yes, Sitting Studios. We had to start scheduling the time for that.
Yes, we did.
Because what we were finding is he was having to speak and I was having to speak at the same time sometimes. And we didn't realize it until that morning as we were getting dressed. Like, what you about to do?
Exactly.
You about to use the... Nah.
So pro tip, Google or iCalendar have a shared calendar.
Yes.
So if you're working from home and you need the kitchen table, the living room, Tuesday at 2 p.m., add that to their calendar. And so now they know, okay, that space is not available. I need to go to another room where I can have silence and things like that or not interrupt them. So make sure you have a shared calendar. That way you can put things on. It applies for everything. We got to go drop the kids off. We got to go visit mom this weekend, things like that.
Right. Coexisting. Maybe we're making it work.
Thank God.
Woo! We see y'all's comments over here. Please know we're going to come back and address them. We're just trying to make sure that we shoot through all these points for those who may have to jump off a little early.
Yeah.
Are there any other things in here? Oh, establishing boundaries. We talked about how we needed to.
The studio is mine, and I sublease that to you, right?
I'm glad you cleared that up. Thank you. I think that's all we're going to say on that one. Just don't be afraid to create new routines. We've created so many new routines around here. I think the biggest one being the fact that I wake us up at about 6:30 a.m. to ride bikes in the morning. Y'all, in my defense, it's been hot, okay? You know, if you ain't got out there before 10, you ain't getting out there in Houston, okay? So I wake us up at 6:30. So we can do our stretching and everything.
Indeed.
And then we get on the bikes about 7-ish?
About 7-ish.
7-ish. Yeah. Yes. It's been great, right?
It's been beautiful. We ride about 10 miles a day.
Yeah.
It releases the stress. We have good talks.
Yes.
We get a lot of things off our chest, our mind, and plan the day and plan the week and the month. So.
Yeah. So we're saying all that to say you and your spouse might need to get up early before everybody else, the children and everything, and just talk.
Yeah.
Just talk, you know? I think the conversations that we've been having have been so rich because we've taken the time to have them. That's not to say that we didn't really talk before the pandemic.
Yeah, absolutely.
But something about the conversations now just seems so much more.
It's like it's more meaningful because, tomorrow's not promised.
That's real.
And we see so much going on around us. So it's like you really cherish who's in your life and who you love and have opportunity to be with. So that's kind of why I look forward to waking up at the butt crack of dawn.
And I appreciate you for that. I do. So don't be afraid to create new routines that work for you and your family.
Yeah, absolutely. Some of our new things we've never done before is when we're not watching Netflix or etc., we will discover new music on YouTube. Yes. And then we create playlists to play around the house and when we're out riding. So we have a CC Jazz list that has like urban, pop, jazz, neo soul to it. We got a GTD list. Y'all
know what GTD?
If y'all know from Martin, GTD.
Type it in the chat box.
Tommy used to yell this off. Okay, never mind. But yeah, we got a list for that. So, and if y'all want, we can share it with you.
Yes. And for those who are joining us on the Bikes and Bay this weekend, we even have a Bikes and Bay playlist. So, yes.
Absolutely. So we got that taken care of?
Yeah, we got that taken care of. We out of here. So those were our 4 main points, y'all. Look, we know that this hasn't been easy. We just wanted to give you a few solid, things to chew on that can really, really help you get through the rest of this and carry it on to the next part of your marriage. All these things that we're teaching you now is just not pandemic-ish. It's for even after pandemic, I would say.
Absolutely.
You want to hop over here and see what we got going on?
Yeah, let's look at some comments. All right, here we got yes, love that early rising.
See the Saints.
So whoever this is, go ahead and type your name below so we can catch that.
Yeah.
All right. We got Miss Marina Foster says, I wish 6:30 was early.
Hey, Martina. Yeah, I think she needs to probably wake up a little bit early, especially if you have kiddos.
Yeah. So whoever said that's awesome, go ahead and type the name below. Oh, share your playlist. So whoever this is, we'll definitely do that. Now, which one do you want? Want the GTD or CC Jazz list?
I don't think they still know what GTD stands for.
Well, we'll got them draws. I'm trying to live on that one.
That's exactly what it is.
All right, so what we got coming up for the folks?
Oh my gosh. So listen, y'all, we're going to hop off here in a minute, but there's a lot that's going on. We want to help you. Some of you all are itching to get out the house, but you just don't know what to do. we have created a Houston couples activities guide.
Absolutely.
With social distancing in mind. And so if you go to right there, HoustonCouplesActivities.great.com, I promise you, you will be glad that you downloaded that list. So take the time to do that.
We've gotten a lot of good feedback from it. So if you're looking for that, hey, I don't really know what to do, this maps out everything. We give you the name of the restaurant, the phone number, the social media, the website,
everything you need.
Everything you book a reservation, different activities. So if you don't want to go out and eat, but you want to go do something fun with your spouse, significant other, we got that for you there. So go ahead and download that as well.
What else we have popping here? Bikes and Bay. Hey, if you go on to Bikes and Bay with us this weekend, I want you to put hashtag Bikes and Bay.
Yeah.
We're really excited about it. Hopefully you already got your tea and you're ready. You got your helmets and everything. But please, if you have not done so already, please text the phrase Bikes and Bay to 31996. And when you do that, you will complete the waiver, and it will give you all the rest of the information that you need, like parking, everything.
Address, everything. Instructions, all of the above. So process is, because some of y'all do what y'all want to do. Y'all grown. Text Bikes and Bay, one phrase, one word, to the number 31996, and you'll get an email with the waiver. Once you complete the waiver, this is all automated. You'll get an email with the instructions. Check your junk or spam folder, and make sure your significant other signs as well, because right now it's only set up for one. So forward it to them so they can sign it as well, and we'll all be good. We'll turn up on Saturday. It's gonna be a great time. I don't know if y'all checked the weather, but y'all, it's supposed to get down to the 60s, honey, high 60s. I'll take it. I'll take it. So in the morning at 8:45, it should be nice and crisp. We got some nice surprises for you. We got a live MC that's gonna kick us off. I don't think y'all ready for this. You know, some folks do bike tours, but Sutton's going to do it the Sutton way.
And let me just say this for the singles. We hear y'all. I know you want us to plan something for you guys. I know you just want to come on this ride this weekend, but we're gonna preserve the sanctity of marriage this Saturday.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. This is the couples ride. So Emil and Roger and Jesse and Natasha Gransberry.
You calling them out?
I'm calling them out.
Oh my God.
Joy Diggs is going to do a bay and ride. So.
When she watches this replay,
Joy Diggs is the singles ministry with a married couple.
Well, Roger McDonald had a great idea to do a unicycle for them.
Yes, absolutely.
A unicycle ride for singles.
Somebody needs that. Somebody do a unicycle ride. Unicycle and bay.
Unicycle and bay. But that's what we're doing for couples, just because we understand how it's been a lot for couples right now. So we want to bring it together with a little love. What else we got, T?
Absolutely. So
we already said that. So you're gonna head over to bikesandbay.com. That's where you'll get your shirt. That's where you'll see our recommended equipment checklist, just to make sure you got everything for a smooth ride.
Absolutely.
And then this right here.
Keep up with the content from the Suttons. Get some marital advice, relationship advice, as well as travel tips and things of that nature for a new experience. Your Couples Curators has a group called Sitting With The Suttons, and we'd love for you to join. Click that link, and it'll take you right to the group, and we'll approve you. And basically, we have just content just to keep you engaged, to keep you on top of what's going on in relationships, marriage, and around the city and around the nation as well.
And of course, to make you laugh, because if you go down to Tristan's timeline, that's all you're going to do is laugh. So that's what we do in the group as well. And we just want to thank you guys for joining us. We don't want to take up a whole lot of your time. We'll be back next Tuesday doing it all over again. But we are just glad to be back. I hope that you have found this quick little talk helpful, these 4 simple tips that we shared. But if you want more great content like this, again, head on over to Sitting With The Suttons in our Facebook.
Absolutely. So all our episodes, previous episodes, and ones coming up, because we're back for the rest of this year 2020, and next year will be housed in there. So be sure to join that group to get access to that content.
I think that's it.
You think that's it? Did y'all enjoy the show? If you like the show, give some feedback in the chat or the comment section. We love doing this for you all. We believe that this gift that we have of a happy marriage is a blessing from God, and we want to share with others how we make this thing work, because it may look easy on Facebook and social media, but we're honest. You know, we have our challenges as well, but we set forth a mission before we got married to make sure that we put each other's needs and desires first, to make sure each other was happy. And so that's how we can get through the rough spots. So we're just like you all, but we work really, really hard.
really hard, but it's fun.
It is fun.
It's fun. And you know what? I'm glad that we're making a point about it's hard work, but it's fun.
Yes.
If you get with the right person, and see, this is what we've been trying to tell you singles, you got to get with the right person, because see, something like this pandemic can happen
Yes.
and throw everything out of whack.
Absolutely.
So it's really important that you get with a person who kind of has the same temperament as you, who can kind of flow with you a little bit.
Absolutely. Tell them about them. What sixes they need to be looking out for
Listen,
during the pandemic.
listen, the 666s. Now I know y'all. See, some of y'all gonna have to change up your requirements a little bit, because I know you started off with the 6-pack, these 6 figures. Okay, we started off with a whole lot of 6s.
Yes.
But what we need to understand is that, I don't know about you all, but we're still kind of young. There's still potential out here. People have not all arrived just yet.
Yeah.
Look for the potential.
Yeah.
You know.
So if you're a requisite, what we got there from is talking to our single female friends, women friends. I heard that's not the right word anymore. Women friends. You know, what is it you're looking for, man? And the pattern was the 3 6s. They need to be 6 feet tall, make 6 figures, and have a 6-pack. That was like the common trio in all of them. So it's like, well, what if he doesn't have a 6-pack, or what if he's 5'10", or what if he doesn't make 6 figures? What if he makes $99,999?
And some of them were staunch hard on all those requirements. Like, he better have those things. I can't do it.
Yep.
And that right there, y'all, when you do that, so at first God gives you this whole big world of people you can choose from. Well, you just narrowed it down to about right here.
Yeah. Because
right there.
There might be a blessing in the belly. If she passed me up, she would have missed out on all this goodness and mercy.
Absolutely.
I've had a belly since you know.
Absolutely. You sure have. You sure have. But let me tell you something. You can get you a fine man, but he might hit you upside the head with a frying pan every night. So you need to really evaluate.
Because y'all not the only one that wants this 6-pack. Did somebody say that?
That's real. That's real. That is so real. But we'll talk about that a whole lot more when we talk specifically to our singles, because there's some messages that we want to get across to y'all too, because it's really, really important that we get this right. Absolutely. Especially now.
Absolutely.
Especially now.
Because now you can see how important it is to have that one person that is down for you and supportive of you in the time of crisis. This is the for better or for worse.
That's right. That's right. Hey, before we jump off of here, I just want to know real quickly in the comment log, if there's anything that is just a burning topic that y'all really, really want to talk about, I want to be sure that we take that into consideration and factor that into our schedule with Sitting with the Suttons. But I want to make sure that I put that point out there that I know there's some things that you really, really wouldn't mind talking about. So let us know.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So we look forward to the feedback. You can see Peppy walking behind us. And we will see you next Tuesday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time.
That's it. Take care, be blessed, love on each other, and have a great, great week.
All right, have a good one.